Good morning and welcome to another episode of Double B's Garage. Today we have something insane to show you. This car is a 1993 or 1994. It has not been on the road since 2014 because it has needed some parts. And after a long wait from the UK, my good friend Tim has all the parts, and we are going to be dropping the entire motor and rear assembly out of this car, changing the organic clutch, changing the fuel cell, and doing a lot of other basically overdue maintenance is what I'm trying to say. So without further ado, welcome to the 1993-1994 Jaguar XJ 220. Coming right at you. I mean, it's a pretty nice garage, so I don't know if I'd call it a barn find, but when you have cobwebs that are connecting the car to the ground, I'm pretty sure we could call it a barn find. Nice 63 rolls, Silver Cloud 3 right there. But have a feast on that. It has roughly 8,000 kilometers on it. So a little over 5,000 miles, roughly 5,000 miles. You can probably check my math is off here. But what we're gonna do is uncover this and we're gonna bring it down to the other garage where we're gonna get it on the lift today. All the parts are here, and then we will go over kind of what we're gonna do, and then come back the next day and start getting after it. We also have race tires for this car too, which are really rare. But we'll bring it down and we'll get the center locks loose on her before we raise her up, and then start after it. So very, very fortunate to be able to help my friend work on this car. Most people never even see these cars, let alone get a chance to work on them. So I feel really lucky and grateful that we're going to be having access to this. Get this cover off a little bit here. As you know, if you don't know, the doors on this car open up about 3 inches, so that's super exciting. It's very, very hard to get in these, but looks like 8,533 kilometers. Still looks brand new in here. Alright, got it uncovered. We have air in all the tires. We have disconnected the battery tender, and the manual factory cutoff switch is shut off. There's actually a cutoff switch right in that box right here. It's kind of hard to tell, but right when that circle, there's a cutoff switch there. Now that cuts off the whole battery power of the car, kind of like on the Lamborghinis, or at least on the Mercy. But we're going to be wheeling this out in a couple minutes, and then we're going to hook it up to the tractor to tow it down. This is the center lock wheel tool. How crazy is that looking? And then inside this case here is actually some spare bulbs and lights for the car. Looks like maybe headlights and taillights, running signals. But we'll use that to crack the wheels when we get down to the garage. What I got for Christmas was...
I don't even remember which way you have to go.
Oh, each wheel. One side's
It might be different. Yeah.
one side's righty tighty, the other side's righty loosey.
Let's see if you got anything in the book about
Right here. So on the right hand side of the vehicle, we have to righty loosey on this one, right?
right hand side of the vehicle or left hand thread.
Yep. So that means we got to tighten to loosen.
No, it's not the other way. When
left-hand thread would be left-hand to tighten, right?
You're probably right. Let's do that. Do that.
I think it's this way.
That's good.
Woo!
I guess I loosened it up for you.
Yeah.
That's good. Just enough to-
Yep, just a crack. I don't need these.
Now the mystery begins. How to get out of this?
Do you think this is big enough?
What's that?
This thing is massive. Showing the camera how big this. These little circlips are in front of the actual nut that you remove. So you have to take these circlips off first before we can loosen the nut. This is almost like a lock washer to prevent it from getting too loose when you're driving the car, I think. But they're kind of like a split ring. If you can see that. So these go on all four outside, so they're visible.
All right, let's get that other thing.
I just yeah, because this will be. All right, she's lifted off the ground. I think for the first time, maybe in the history, the date code on the tires are the 33rd week of 2000. So the tires are 23 years old, almost 23 years old. We're gonna get the car up in the ground, or off the ground, up in the air, and then we loosened the center cap for the center lock wheels. We're just gonna kind of assess everything, and then eventually we will drop the entire subframe, rear axles, motor, everything together to do the clutch. It's an organic clutch, so it's actually something very, very unique. But here, let me show you the underside of this guy. Man, this thing is meant to cut through the air.
Yeah. It was actually one of the first cars to have, like this type of Venturi effect.
For downforce and
the diffusers.
Do you-
one of the first ones? Yeah.
do you think the Black Widow eggs help the speed?
Oh yeah,
or-
they do. They're mean on the track.
Yeah. So not much you can see here. So what we'll end up doing is we'll take this whole panel down. That's why we put these just forward to that where this center like lift hub is. But we'll take this whole panel will come down here, and eventually this whole axle assembly, all the wheels, the entire motor and everything will come down from the car. And then that's when we'll be able to do the clutch. But you can see, I mean, this is completely covered, zero access. We're using the service manual to kind of tell us where to lift and how to lift. But I mean, this car looks like the owner takes really good care of it, except for the driving part. So, but she's pretty. So we'll, more to come on this guy, but all these are loosened. So we'll get all the wheels off. He's going to get new rubber, and then he's actually got a set of race wheels for the car too. We are going to remove the under tray just to get a better idea for what we're dealing with. So we'll be able to get a little footage of that just to kind of show what it looks like. I've never seen inside one of these before other than just through the glass on the top. So we're taking all the 5mm Allen bolts out. This comes out off in sections. So we're taking the first kind of honeycombish looking diffuser portion off first, and then the rear portion will come off as a second piece. So I don't know if we're going to do that today, but
And the Black
we're
Widows.
getting what?
And the Black Widows.
What?
And the Black Widows.
And the Black Widows, they're all coming off. So, all right, we're gonna finish up with these 2,370,000 bolts, and then we'll be fine. Okay. Ugh.
We'll find out.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of insulation was eaten or something, but have a gander under here. Looks essentially brand new. I mean, look at how this is all. It looks like NASA type stuff, you know? You can see the 2 fuel pumps right there. The header's coming off. Bottom of the sump, there's the clutch, pressure plate, AC condenser. It's the turbo, one of the turbos on the side.
Flashlight up there?
There's the suspension coming down right next to the trans. Very cool. Yeah, I don't know what they're eating, but
Find out.
yeah. Well, great. Well, here's the first look under the XJ220. As mentioned, we'll do another video, obviously, once we pull this motor down. But this whole subassembly comes down with the axles and everything. We'll have to take this off, this back part of the diffuser, and then get that all separated and ready to go. But it's looking pretty good now. First step done. This was stuck. It's like a vent pipe. It was stuck draining to drain out of the tray, the underbody tray. So we had to get that separated first before we could lower it. So anyways, more to come on this car. Thanks so much for tuning in. I think this is going to be a really cool project, and I feel really lucky to be a part of it because not many people get to see these cars, let alone have the opportunity to work on them. So, and then maybe when we're all done, I'll get to drive it. What do you think?
I'll tow you in it. How's that?
He said he'll tow me in it again. Well, we'll work on that one. But anyways, thanks for watching.